Travel along, Catholic pilgrims, as we learn from St. Augustine, Doctor of the Church, while we read his book, Confessions. Welcome, Catholic pilgrims. St. Augustine is going to get very philosophical on us today when it comes to thinking about time. And now is the time to read from Book 11, Chapter 14, on page 263. It is therefore true to say that when you had not made anything, there was no time, because time itself was of your making. And no time is co-eternal with you, because you never change. Whereas if time never changed, it would not be time. What then is time? There can be no quick and easy answer, for it is no simple matter even to understand what it is, let alone find words to explain it. Yet, in our conversation, no word is more familiarly used or more easily recognized than time. We certainly understand what is meant by the word, both when we use it ourselves and when we hear it used by others. What then is time? I know well enough what it is, provided that nobody asks me. But if I am asked what it is and try to explain, I am baffled. All the same, I can confidently say that I know that if nothing passed, there would be no past time. If nothing were going to happen, there would be no future time. And if nothing were, there would be no present time. Of these three divisions of time, then, how can two, the past and the future, be when the past no longer is and the future is not yet? As for the present, if it were always present and never moved on to become the past, it would not be time, but eternity. If, therefore, the present is time only by reason of the fact that it moves on to become the past, how can we say that even the present is, when the reason why it is that it is not to be? In other words, we cannot rightly say that time is, except by reason of its impending state of not being. The length of a day on the planets is determined by how long it takes the planet to complete one full rotation on its axis. So on Mercury, one day is equivalent to 58.6 Earth days. Moves kind of slow on its axis. One day on Venus is 243 Earth days, and its day is longer than its year. We obviously know on Earth a day is 24 hours. Mars is very similar. On Mars, a day is 24 hours and 37 minutes. On Jupiter, a day is 9 hours and 55 minutes. So it's moving very quickly around its axis. Saturn, 10 hours and 33 minutes. Uranus, 17 hours and 14 minutes. Neptune, 16 hours is a day. What's interesting is that the gas giants, those outer planets, seem to move a bit quicker around their axis. So we can see that time is divided up by what we humans have decided. The length or time of one day is 24 hours on Earth, and that is all dependent on how long it takes to make a rotation on its invisible axis. Time would seem to move much quicker on Jupiter because night and day wouldn't be as long. You'd get about 5 hours of daylight and 5 hours of dark. And if you were on Venus, it would take a very long time to get to nighttime because it just moves that slowly on its axis. Time is defined as the continuous progress of existence moving from the past through the present and into the future. Though, as St. Augustine is pointing out, we are never living in the past because what is in the past was once our present and we've moved out of that. And we will never live in the future unless you have a flying DeLorean, because as time moves into the future, it just becomes the present time for us. St. Augustine says, quote, "I know that if nothing passed, there would be no past time. If nothing were going to happen, there would be no future time. And if nothing were, there would be no present time." Unquote. So for even us humans, we pretty much live in a perpetual present, never moving back into the past except remembering things in our minds, and always moving into the future. But as we move into the future, we are just then in our present. Time is weird when you really stop to think about it. And thinking about it can really stretch the brain. At least it does for me. However, we will stop here for today, Catholic Pilgrims. In the future, come back for our next episode. But until then, live the faith boldly and travel well.